Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive, and happy 2024. Welcome to our first Demystify the Divine readings and tools to connect for 2024. And I apologize for my lighting earlier today, and I haven't had time to do it. One of my dining room lights burned out. So it's like intimate. It's like a little seance. So here we are. Hoping everyone was able to celebrate. I almost said celebrate Thanksgiving. Celebrate the new year in the ways that you wanted to. I know for me, kind of every year is a little bit different. For many, many years, I didn't get the opportunity to kind of do a lot of New Year's celebrating and things because there was this crazy idea out there that in order to celebrate, well, I got it from my parents, was the only way to celebrate New Year's is if you're coupled up. And of course I wasn't coupled up for a really long time. So I didn't, I felt like I didn't have permission to celebrate New Year's. And then when I, kind of broke out of some of that stuff, I went through a period of time where all of my friends were coupled up. And so they were either doing, couple type things, or they were staying at home with the babies, doing that kind of thing. So in recent years, I've kind of made it my path and purpose and mission to make sure that I've always got something fun to do. And last New Year's, I was in the major throes of depression. And so the idea of going out in the world was just like I could just gnaw off my left arm rather than do that. So I didn't go out, but this year I did. And there was a group of 9 of us.
Oh, I wasn't invited, but that's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, Keone. I figured you'd have your own thing going on.
Yeah, I had a bottle of tequila, thanks.
Oh. Well, if it makes you feel any better, that's pretty much what I did. Only it was a bottle of wine. It wasn't tequila. I did that last year. So I feel you. So this year I actually went out. I was out and about for New Year's. It was a great time. And then I needed 2 days to recover. I'm forever 30, as you guys all know. And with each forever 30 year that passes, I find that my body just does different weird things when I stay out late and I mix champagne with wine and add a lot of sugar into the mix. My body kind of goes, oh, you want to abuse and use and abuse me? Okay, watch this. So I had a nice couple of days to recover where all I did was sit around in my jammies and watch Netflix. I brushed my teeth. That was the extent of my hygiene. So it was great. A nice opportunity to kind of rest and recharge and hang out with the boys. So I hope you guys had a great time. Feel free to put in the chat how you guys celebrated your New Year's. I'm always interested in that and interested in sort of how people choose to celebrate, how people choose to support themselves. I know it seems to be like 2 schools of thought. There are people who are very much New Year's people, and then there are people who are like, I don't give a rat's ass about New Year's. So Neo has been extremely, extremely needy today. I did 5 year in preview sessions today, plus a couple of other sort of regular sessions, and he wanted to lay on the cards, and he was putting his face in my face, and he's adorable. He's absolutely adorable, and he's a pain in the ass when I have to work. So there you go. Zen Jen, I fell asleep. Oh, I've had years like that too, where I'm like, I'm so all in to wait for the ball drop, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't make it. But thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. So I thought today I would pull a card just kind of to give us a taste of, sort of the New Year energy. I know I do this a lot. And if you guys haven't already watched it, make sure you're on my YouTube channel, that you watch my, I did a collective year in preview reading that gives you kind of a lowdown on what's coming up for the year. I also, if you're on my newsletter, I did a theme. I do a theme every month, and I do a theme video and pull a card for the theme and that kind of thing. So make sure you're checking that stuff out. Also, Dwayne from In the Stars and I did a really cool collab. I'm so pumped about it. I woke up in the morning. I was kind of bossy with him, and I was like, okay, do you want to collab? We're going to call it a collab because I'm basically using your skills and your energy and your fabulousness, but I'm not giving you any kind of say in what's going to happen. I'm basically telling you how it's going to roll because that's what I received. And we did a quarterly, so January, February, and March, because I feel like, things shift and move so quickly. In the energy that we're in right now, that I did the year in preview, and I of course trust what my guides have to say, that they're giving us the highlights. But then to go a little bit deeper, I feel like it's helping us to stay present by bringing the timing in a little bit more, like bringing it in a little bit and giving us a little bit of a deeper picture of where we're going and growing. So make sure you check that out too on my YouTube. I think we called it Tarot and Astrology or something like that. I can't remember what I put on the thumbnail, but anyway, so I thought today we would just kind of pull a card to see where the energies are at, how in terms of how people are adjusting, adapting, integrating the energy now that we're 10 days in, I think. Yeah, January 10th. So we're 10 days in, and it's really exciting. So let's see what we got. I'm pulling from the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, 6 of Pentacles. So it's really, and this makes so much sense. I feel like there is this sort of collective energy of people doing that. And, you don't need to be psychic to know that a lot of people do reviews at this time. A lot of people are focused on, looking at the past, looking at, where things are at right now. Where do I want to be? I mean, that's all, fine and dandy. But I feel like the 6 of Pentacles, it's the idea of, what is it really that I want to invest in? I don't want to invest in 25 different things. I want to invest in 1 or 2 things and really make it count. And I feel like, the keep it simple, keep it super simple. The KISS method is really huge. And for those of you who are in my Black Feather community, you might want to check out my Bring Your Light 2024. It's a little mini self-directed mini workshop with Archangel Uriel. There's a channeling in there, and a reading to find out what your enlightenment focus is for the year. It's personalized as much as a general reading can be. And then there's a diving deeper, reflection questions and a spread that you can do, and then a practical application exercise in there. So, it's really about getting clear on what is it that I really want to focus on? What is it that I need to be focused on in order to get to where it is that I'm trying to go for this year, for this month, for this moment? I feel like that's really, really important. So I like that we're getting that 6 of Pentacles, because it really is about paying attention to what is it that you are investing in. And this is a message that I feel is coming through really strongly right now. So a lot of people need to hear it. You don't want to be overcommitting this year. There's a lot of energy, a lot of momentum that is happening. I talk about this as being one of the themes this year is breakthrough energy. There's a lot of breakthrough energy. Well, what does breakthrough energy mean? It means we might be breaking through barriers. We might be breaking through obstacles. We might be breaking through our own self-imposed boxes or limitations. It could be that we've got a breakthrough, we've got this amazing enlightenment and we're moving forward and there's a lot of momentum. Well, along with all of that, you need to have the proper energy to be able to support that momentum. How many of you at the beginning of this year, or like just as we're in, day 10, how many of you can say that you've overcommitted yourself to some things? I have overcommitted. I am in a space and a place right now where I am really taking a very hard look at how much time and investment I'm spending into things that are not giving back. And it's not about a tit for tat. It's more about what is it that's filling my soul? What is it that is helping me to, be on purpose, to get to where it is I need to be, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not alone in this. This isn't exclusive to me because I'm, psychic. I want to say it's for all of us. Where are you overcommitted? Because if you're overcommitted right now at the beginning of the year, this is the time to evaluate what are my priorities. And the priorities are, where do I want to be a month from now? What is the ultimate goal that I'm working towards on the other side, at the end of this year instead of the beginning of this year? Because we do want to have some level of vision that we're working towards. And then once we've created that vision, we bring it into the present moment. And every choice I make in this moment must lead me to that vision. And that's a great way for those of you who can get caught up in the monkey mind or the analysis paralysis. But if I do this, maybe it's the wrong choice. If I do this, this is going to happen. If I do that, that's going to happen. Now I don't know which one is the right path. Don't worry about that. Let it go. Bring yourself into that. Here's my vision. Here's my goal. This choice that I'm faced with right now, if I say yes to it, is it getting me closer to that? Yes. Great. No? Great. Don't do it. Keep it super simple. Simplification. So 6 of Pentacles invites us into that energy. 6 of Pentacles is also a card that is saying to us, what is it that you really want to bring tangibly into your life? Because this is a year where it's going to happen. This isn't a year of planting seeds. We've been planting seeds for a number of years now. This is the year where the harvest is starting to, well, I shouldn't say it's harvest. It's not a harvest year. It's the seeds, the sprouts are coming up. The sprouts are coming up, and they're coming up all over the place, right? They're coming up everywhere. And now it's up to us to decide, we can even say like all of these little pentacles or the sprouts that are coming up. We are the ones who get to decide, okay, which one needs a little more nurturing? Which one is ready to be picked? Which one is really pretty, and I've decided that it flowered too soon, so it's not going to serve my purpose in this way, but it'll serve my purpose because it's pretty. So I'm shifting the direction, or I'm shifting the intention that I had for this. I feel like we need to be in, when I say this, I don't mean constant as in like obsessed, but we need to be in a constant state of evaluation in the present moment. Where am I at? How am I feeling about this? What is being presented in front of me? And is it something that is worth my time and my investment? So 6 of Pentacles really helps us to bring it into what really matters. And it's what really matters for you, not what really matters for the world, not what really matters for your kids, not what really matters for your partner. It's what really matters for you. 6 is all about that alignment. And I feel like that's really what it's about right now. What am I aligning myself to? Sometimes it is asking that question. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have to ask myself that question all the time, because even though I'm extremely driven and self-motivated and, like I'm always doing something, I still get off track. I still get misaligned. I still forget sometimes this is what I'm doing. Sometimes I can get caught up in the little visions that I'm creating on the way to the big vision, right? Sometimes I get caught up in the big vision and I'm not even paying attention to the little steps, the little alignments that are taking me there. So presence of mind, what are you investing in? I feel like that's really powerful. It's a really powerful message. And you can enjoy some of the fruits of your labor here as well. It might not be completely ripe yet, but you can revel in the anticipation, the excitement of it. Because when we are in that anticipation and that excitement, we are in the flow of manifestation, the flow of, thank you, universe, for this, bring me more. So yeah, really great card for us to start today. All right, Keone, I see that we've got some people already in the backstage. I'm excited.
No, we don't. The backstage is empty. I don't see anybody.
We don't
I don't
have
see
any.
anybody at all. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to mess with Indu.
Indu, Happy New Year. How you doing,
Happy
girl?
New Year, Stacy. Happy New Year, Keone. How are you guys?
Doing great. How about you?
Good, good. How did you celebrate? I put it in the comments. We slept at 9 p.m.
And was that how you wanted to celebrate the new year?
No, I wanted to be awake and watch the ball drop, but then I don't know. I was just tired and I went off. And then I woke up New Year's Day.
Here
Yeah.
comes that terrible New Year's joke. Indu, we haven't seen you in a year.
Yes, see, it's been a long time.
It's been a really, really long time. You know what? Into my first year of marriage, I was so excited that, oh my God, like I'm finally in some kind of partnership. We can do something fun for New Year's together. My now ex-husband, who's a sweetheart, granted, had some bee in his bonnet about something, and we didn't end up going. We had to stay home. Oh, because the kids. We had to stay home because, well, I have the kids this night. And I'm like, okay, so next year, no kids. Like, what kind of crap is this, right? Like moving on, no offense, but your ex-wife doesn't have to dictate that she gets them for all of the good holidays and then we get them for all of the holidays that she has plans for. Like, that's not how it works. So we stayed at home and we decided, we were so pumped up. We created a bunch of food for ourselves and we had like all these like movies planned. I fell asleep probably 15 minutes before the ball drop. And I think it was because A, we were at home, B, there wasn't a whole lot of like activity. We were in the dark watching movies and I was tired and I was so disappointed because I'm like, oh my God, like, am I just getting so old? Like now I'm married that I'm going to fall asleep before the ball drops. So I feel you. I feel you. Sometimes it happens. It's just that
Sometimes
way.
it happens. Sure.
Absolutely. So would you like a card pull today or do you have a specific question?
Just a couple. Today the morning started beautifully, but as the day progressed, the energy got heavier, the day got weirder, and it was like really, really weird energy that I faced the whole day today. So I'm just wondering what the next 15 days are going to be like.
Huh. I'm gonna grab an oracle
Mhm.
deck. I'm not gonna pull a tarot for you. I'm gonna pull an oracle. I'm feeling like you got into somebody's tornado, somebody's little energy vortex, and like your empath kind of absorbed it, and then you weren't able to kind of release it. Okay, figure it out. Thank you. And I think you got kind of stuck in that energy. So an energy, just sort of clearing your energy, maybe calling in your favorite crystals to kind of help channel that will be good. But I'm pulling from the Water Temple Oracle from Susie Cherub. You got Goddess Dewi Shri. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Dewi, Dewi Shri.
Probably, you're right.
I'm hoping. Okay. He's really he is. He's driving me nuts today. You
Yes,
guys
okay,
you might see Mama Bear coming out a little bit. So this is fertility. I embrace wisdom, joy, and prosperity. So I feel like what you want to be kind of doing is when, like, using today as the example, it started off good and then all of a sudden it just kind of kept going downhill, downhill, downhill. What you want to realize is you were getting caught up in someone else's tornado and it just kept pulling you down. When that stuff is happening, you want to stop, you want to breathe, and you want to say, this isn't what I want to give birth to. This is not what I want more of. I want more of the light, the good, the flow, the ease, the effortlessness. I feel like you want to kind of switch those things up. So you asked for like the next 15 days, kind of what's coming up for you. I feel like it's a choice. I feel like for you, there's going to be a lot of option for you to choosing, and it's not choosing happy. It feels more like choosing to be in whatever energetic space you find yourself in, and then set the intention that you're going to dial it up a notch or two. So I always use, because I'm so visual, I always use a radio dial, the old fashioned radio dials where, I might be on 97.1 and now I turn it up to 97.3 or 97.5. Or you can do like a volume where you're turning up the volume. And if you're sitting in silence, listen for the static in the ears, listen for the silence in the ears, listen for the frequency. That's really going to help you, I feel, in the next 15 days, because I feel like you're in this, it's almost like you're in the wake of someone's, and it's not ragu. I don't feel like it's someone you're living with. I feel like it's actually work related, and you're getting caught up in someone's energetic tornado. So you want to stop and say, no, I'm dialing up the frequency. I'm dialing up the frequency. You want to kind of shed that. I feel like, so it's not this week, but next week, there's something coming up. There's news from afar that I feel is going to be frustrating for you. It's kind of like waiting for something. You've been really excited about it for a long time. And, it's everyone else has got it. This is my turn. And then all of a sudden something happens and it's no longer my turn. I think of my youngest stepdaughter being so excited about her prom and COVID hit. Oh. And so she missed out on her prom. And then she also missed out on her graduation. She couldn't walk. She couldn't do her little walk because of COVID, right? It's kind of like, okay, why me? Why did this happen to me? I feel like there's something that's kind of coming up around that where you're going to be getting some kind of frustrating news. And what I keep hearing for you is rejection is protection. So understand that, yeah, it's disappointing because it was something you were looking forward to, but it feels like the energy maybe isn't right for you with that. And you want to create a new thing. You want to do something new or be celebrated. And Ragu, this is a message for you. When this happens, you want to find a way to celebrate her instead, like find a new way or create a new tradition or a new ritual to honor whatever that is, and let the frustration go as quickly as you can. Don't bypass it, but let it go as quickly as you can, because I feel like you're being called into a time where it's about reinvention. It's reinventing your stories, rewriting those stories in your head. Other people are going to let you down. It's a given. Other people are going to disappoint you if you have expectation. And yeah, it's not fair. Everybody else that comes before you, they had expectation and those expectations were met. And for you, it sometimes feels different, right? It's understanding I let go of that expectation and I am here to do it differently. I'm taking charge of it. I'm here to do it differently. I feel like that's kind of what you're giving birth to, is kind of liberating yourself from this, like waiting for others to do the things and the stuff. It's no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm the one who's kind of rewriting that. I feel like that's really important, especially with your grandkids. Mm-hmm. You get to do things differently. You're the grandma now. You don't have to follow anyone else's blueprint. You get to follow your own. And it's always from the heart, and it's always that intuitive space. So understand that you are giving birth to your own new energy. And nobody gets to dictate to you what that looks like but you. I don't know if that makes any sense to you at all or not, but there's what we got. We got Goddess Dewi Shri, fertility. I embrace wisdom, joy, and prosperity.
Thank you.
You're so sweet. You're like, I have no idea what that's about. We'll see in a couple of weeks.
I'll update you on whatever happens.
All right, that's
and you too, Keone. I'll let you know how it went.
Perfect.
I'll be here.
Okay. And there's the hand.
Bye. Hey.
Indu. Hi, Ind. Hi, Raiku.
Bye. Bye.
My face hurts because I've been on low energy today, so I'm making myself smile all day.
Oh my goodness.
We got somebody else hanging in the wings.
You get the tape to to tape up the cheeks so you look like you're smiling when you're not?
No, then I'll look like the Joker.
Yeah, we don't want that. Terry, how you doing?
Terry,
Hi.
What's
How
been
are
going on in your world? Happy New Year.
you? Happy New Year to you too.
You got a question for me today, or do you want me to pull a card?
Just pull a card.
Pull a card. Would you like, since I've got both tarot and oracle, would you have a preference?
No, I don't.
No. All right. Well, I'm gonna stick with the oracle pattern here and see what else we get. And let's make this kind of about how you can really I want to say rock it, like how you can rock it, how you can shine, how you can really embrace the energy that is right now, in the now, kind of in the next couple of weeks. Oh, beautiful. Goddess Sulis, clarity. I am a visionary. I'm getting for you actually that this next couple of weeks, you are going to be getting quite a few downloads. I feel like your spidey senses are extra right now. We all go through that particular period of time in our lives where like in a month cycle, I can tell I'll have like 1 or 2 days where I'm super extra psychic. Like I'm like, oh, damn. If I ever doubted I was psychic, I don't need to doubt. I was psychic today. I picked up shit that I didn't even know existed. That was psychic. And then I've got the other days where I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm doing my thing and we'll see what happens, right? I feel like for you this next couple of weeks, you're receiving a lot of downloads that are, I want to say like refined energy, or like it gives you a lot of buzz, a lot of tingle, and it's the truth bumps. It's kind of like, ooh, I know that is real. There's going to be one vision you're going to get that's going to be a little bit, I want to say a little bit scary, a little bit on the scary side. What I keep hearing about it is that it's not actually literal. Like it's got a prophetic tone to it, but it's not going to come through in exactly the way that you're witnessing it or seeing it. And I feel like it's because when you're getting it, it's connected to kind of like a past life or parallel life, or however you want to kind of talk about that. But I feel very much that the next couple of weeks, you're really going to be energetically hot, like on fire, like things are really coming through hot and heavy. And I feel like I want to say to you, I feel like there's something coming up for you this year where all of this stuff that's kind of happening right now for you, you want to write it down. You definitely want to write it down because you're going to want to have the opportunity to go back to it. It's kind of like it doesn't make sense to you now, but in March and April, you're going to kind of come back to this and go, oh my God, this makes so much sense. I had no idea that this was, this was connected to this, or this person was connected to that person, but it's going to kind of play out. I feel like a lot of what you're getting is connected to the collective. You're picking up on a lot of collective energies. So what I would say to you is everything that you're picking up, just record it, write it down. Don't judge it. Don't attach yourself to it. Don't attach meaning. And I want to say to you, you don't need to do anything with the information in the now. You're going to be doing something with the information down the road because you'll start to see how all the pieces come together. And you'll know at that time, this is what I'm supposed to do with this information. It's almost like your prophecy and training. What do they call that? A prophet. I mean, I was going to say like a prophesier, a prophesier. No, it's a prophet. It's like you're a prophet in training. I'm going to say prophetess in training because I'm all about the women, right? So I feel like, or women's power, I feel like you're going through a particular period of time right now where it's like prophetess in training, and it's going to make sense in March is what I'm hearing for you. I just got March 17th in my head. I think that's St. Patty's Day, if I'm not mistaken. God, I'm in the clouds right now, so I have no sense of time. But it feels like that timing is also really significant, and you're going to be receiving some stuff that you're going to be like, okay, this makes sense, and now I know what to do. Now I can enact the visions sort of that I've been receiving, or I can piece together the visions I've been receiving to get the full picture. And now I know what's happening. So I also feel like, kind of on a practical note, there's something coming up for you around, it feels like around work. It feels like a work decision that you're going to make a decision. You're going to be really confident in, this is the choice I'm making. You're going to start moving in that path. And then something happens and you have to make a quick, oh, okay, I guess we're going in this direction as well. Don't doubt or second guess your spidey senses on it, because it's not that you didn't make the right decision. I feel like it's that there's something going on where someone else didn't do what they were supposed to do. And it's kind of like coming through the back door. Somebody's, the universe is working on your behalf. Your guides are working on your behalf to kind of like save your butt. Not that you did anything wrong. It's this other person did not do what they were supposed to do. And so when you have to make a quick course correction, don't question yourself about it, because it's not about you. It's about the other person. That's going to show up, I'm hearing, on a Wednesday. So it's probably next Wednesday that's going to pop up. And I'm hearing breathe, like breathe into it. Just breathe, because I feel like whatever this is going to be, you're going to be kind of frustrated. You're going to be like, I just spent all this time doing this and now I have to do something else. Just breathe through it, let it go, and move in the other direction. Don't think twice about it. We'll have to see how that plays out for you. I don't know if that's what you were looking for, but that's what they got for you today. So you know how this works. I can only give you what I'm getting, right?
Right.
It's great to see you, though. I hope you enjoy your January, your 2024. It's an exciting time to be alive.
I know, right? Thank
I
you.
gotta come on the show as a guest, Terry. Every time she does my reading, I'm doomed.
You are not. You are not, you silly. You're so funny.
Oh, Terry.
God, I
Terry,
just saw
by the
this
way,
thing.
go
All
ahead.
requests have been added, and I kept seeing AI requests. I'm like, oh my God, everyone's
no.
AI right now. I'm like, AI requests? Now we have AI asking me questions? What's this all about?
Terry, are you Terry Lockhart?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good. I need to know that so I can take you off the wheel because you're on here. All right. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Great to see you, Terry. All right, Keone, who's next?
All right. That means we have one spot open for our lucky person that may win, right?
Well, I would think so.
No, you know when I do things like that, it's my tell that something's not popping up because I just filibuster and say words.
Okay. He's giving away his secrets right now.
Who we got? She always wins.
She's lucky. She's lucky. Jacqueline, awesome. Does Jacqueline have a specific question or just
Jacqueline says she would like guidance, please.
Okay, I'm going to pull a tarot card for you and see what we're getting. Okay. You are beautiful and you're driving me nuts. Yes, you're driving me nuts. I was saying to my last client, I'm like, I love my animals and I wouldn't trade them for the world. They make life worth living. And there are times when I'm like, what is going on? Like, you need to figure your shit out because I'm busy. Like, I can't be doing this all the time. And then I get the hair up the nose and in my teeth and I'm constantly touching my face. And it looks like I'm just like doing some weird psychic thing or I'm picking my nose. Oy, oy, oy. It's cat hair. All right, Jacqueline, we've got Knight of Pentacles for you. This week, you need to take things slow. I feel very much like this is the week where you want to be intentional about stopping and smelling the roses. There are going to be two particular situations coming up for you that I feel are connected to somebody's agenda. Somebody trying to push their own agenda, somebody trying to, I'm going to say, rush you. Push you into a decision, rush you into doing something. And I want to say you're not at liberty to do that. You're not obligated to do that. You need to take your time because I feel like what they're doing is they're trying to rush the issue because they're afraid you're going to see the whole picture. And Knight of Pentacles, here's the thing with this Knight. Knights are all about the quest. They're in service. They're action oriented. But the Knight of Pentacles is the one he's the guy that always shows up late to the party. He's always going to show up. He's loyal. He's true. He's going to fight. And he's good at what he does. But he lollygags. He takes his time. He farts around, he takes the time to stop and smell the roses. And I feel like that's what you need to be doing at this point. You need to be taking your time in making decisions. So don't allow somebody else's pressure to influence your timing around your decision making. I'm also seeing with this beautiful card, I'm drawn to the quartz crystal here. The pink quartz crystal. And I feel like there's something coming up in terms of health. Now, I'm not going to like comment on your health or whatever. It's not about a sickness, but it's more about bringing some self-care into the mix so that you're making your mental health, and I keep hearing the phrase inner health, you're making that a focus, making that something that you're putting into you're putting that into your intention. Like we were talking earlier about focus with the Six of Pentacles and what are you investing in? I feel like you need to be investing in you. You need to be investing in where's my mental health at? Because if I'm out of balance with this, it's going to show up and reflect in the body. So I'm not saying you're getting sick. What I'm saying is I'm feeling that you need to address the mental space because the mental space is cluttered. The mental space is kind of holding some stuff that it shouldn't be holding. And so you want to release that before it becomes a problem with the body. So I hope that makes some sense to you. So take some time, take your time. Don't allow anyone to push or rush you into a decision because quite frankly, not your circus, not your monkeys. Oh, you want to rush me? Then the answer is going to be no. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. So just be very connected to your truth and take the time that you need to make your choice. You'll know when the time is right, what needs to sort of happen, and you'll be comfortable with that. So thank you so much for that and Happy New Year. It's very exciting. So that is our 3 readings we went over today. I apologize for keeping you guys over, but I'm sending everyone so much love. I will say once again, I know I keep kind of plugging this with you guys, but we've only got a couple of weeks left. If you're interested in getting your year in preview, now is the time. I still have some spots available, but once February 1st comes, like I'm done. I'm not doing any more because it takes a lot out of me. I'm doing 5 or 6 of these a day, which means I'm doing nonstop talking because it's me talking at you for an hour, giving you all that juicy guidance and goodness about what's coming up for your 2024. And it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating to see what comes up and comes through. So if you want to do that, make sure that you book that session because there are only a few left. And I would love to be of service in that way to you guys. All right. Have a great couple of weeks and we will see you on the flip side. Take care, everyone. Sending you love.